Hey coin lovers! Welcome to the Worth Old Coins channel, your place to discover the hidden value and rare facts about old coins. In today's video we're revealing the top 3 valuable coins, and one of them might just be in your collection. So don't skip this video, let's find out their real worth. Top 1. The 1930 5-cent coin of the United States, more popularly known as the buflonikuil or Indian head nickel, is one of the most iconic and culturally significant coins ever produced by the U.S. Mint. Designed by James Earl Fraser, it was originally introduced in 1913 as part of a government effort to create coin designs that reflected the nation's heritage and artistry. Replacing the Liberty head nickel that had been in circulation since 1883, the 1930 issue came during the depths of the Great Depression, a time when the U.S. economy was severely strained. Unemployment was at historic highs and fewer coins were required for commerce. As a result, the mintage for 1930 was lower compared to earlier years, adding to its collector appeal today. Obverse design. Front. The obverse features a striking profile portrait of a Native American chieftain facing right. This image is not based on a single individual but is believed to be a composite of several real Native Americans, including Iron Tail, Sioux, Two Moons, Cheyenne, and possibly John Big Tree, Seneca. Above the forehead, the word Liberty is inscribed along the rim, and the date, 1930, appears just below the neck of the portrait. The designer's initial F for Fraser is subtly placed at the base of the neckline. The bold facial features, braided hair, and feather headdress were intended to symbolize strength, dignity, and the cultural identity of Native peoples at a time when their traditional way of life had been greatly diminished. Reverse design. Back. The reverse depicts a muscular American bison, commonly believed to be modeled after a real animal named Black Diamond from the Central Park Zoo in New York City. The bison is shown standing on a flat base. Earlier issues had the bison on a raised mound, but this was modified to prevent premature wear of the denomination. Above the animal are the inscriptions United States of America and E pluribus unum, the latter being the Latin motto meaning out of many one. Below the bison in bold letters is the denomination 5 cents. The mint mark, if present, is located just beneath the denomination. Specifications. Composition: 75% copper, 25% nickel. Weight: 5.00 grams. Diameter: 21.2 millimeters. Edge: plain, smooth. Designer: James Earl Fraser. Mint and mintage. In 1930, the buflonikuil was struck at 2 mints. Philadelphia, no mint mark, 22,849,000 coins. San Francisco, S mint mark, 5,435,000 coins, scarcer and more valuable. Because of the economic slowdown during the Great Depression, fewer coins were needed in circulation, and the 1930 S mintage is considered relatively low. This has made high-grade 1930 S nickels more sought after among collectors. Collector value and grading. In heavily circulated condition, a 1930 nickel might be worth only $1 to $3, but values rise sharply with better preservation. A lightly circulated example can bring $10 to $25, while uncirculated pieces graded MS63 can range from $75 to $200. Premium examples with exceptional luster and sharp detail, particularly in the bison's fur and the Native American's hair, can command several $100s or more. The 1930s in gem condition, MS65 and above, can reach prices well over $2,000 due to its relative scarcity. Special varieties such as double dyes, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes are also prized and can add significant value. Historical significance. The buflonikuil series, 1913-1938, is widely regarded as one of the most beautiful coin designs in American numismatics. The 1930 issue, arriving in the midst of one of the most difficult economic periods in U.S. history, serves as a tangible artifact of resilience and national identity. Its imagery captures both the rugged spirit of the American West and a tribute to Native American heritage. Collectors often view this coin as a bridge between America's frontier past and its industrial future, making it not only a piece of currency but also a work of art and a slice of history. Top 2. The 1936 United States 5-cent coin, commonly referred to as the 1936 buflonikuil, represents one of the most recognizable and beloved designs in American coinage history, combining cultural symbolism, frontier nostalgia, and artistic mastery into a small yet enduring piece of history. The buflonikuil series was struck from 1913 to 1938 and designed by the celebrated sculptor James Earl Fraser, a student of the famed Augusta St. Gaudens, with the goal of creating a coin that was unmistakably American in character and spirit. On the obverse front, the coin features a bold right-facing portrait of a Native American chief, a composite rendering based on the facial features of several actual Native leaders, most notably Iron Tail of the Lakota, Sioux, Two Moons of the Cheyenne, and possibly Chief John Big Tree of the Seneca. The detail in the hair braid and feather is an outstanding example of high-relief engraving, though in many circulated coins of this date these details are softened due to heavy wear. The word Liberty appears along the upper right rim, while the date, 1936, is placed just below the neckline on the left. The reverse, back, of the coin proudly displays the image of an American bison, often incorrectly called a buffalo, standing on a flat plain with its head lowered in a powerful and iconic stance. The animal is widely believed to have been modeled after Black Diamond, a bison from the Central Park Zoo in New York, although Fraser himself suggested it was inspired by several animals he had studied. Above the bison's back runs the inscription, United States of America, and directly beneath it is the national motto, E pluribus unum. Along the bottom rim the denomination is clearly spelled out as 5 cents, and beneath it is the mint mark if present. For 1936 coins were produced at 3 U.S. Mint facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The Philadelphia Mint struck approximately 118,997,000 coins, a huge mintage compared to earlier Depression-era issues, while Denver produced about 24,814,000. San Francisco struck about 14,930,000 pieces. This high production, especially from Philadelphia, makes the 1936 issue more common in circulated grades, though finding sharply struck mint state examples remains a challenge due to the design's susceptibility to dye wear. The 1936 Buffalo nickel was struck in the standard composition for the series: 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a weight of 5 grams. A diameter of 21.2 millimeters and a plain edge die T was produced in the midst of the Great Depression, but also during a slight economic recovery period in the mid-1930s, which explains the larger mintages compared to the early 30s issues. The design itself was loved by the public for its rugged beauty, but criticized by mint workers and officials because the date and certain high points wore down too quickly in circulation, leading to rapid loss of detail. Collectors prize high-grade 1936 nickels, particularly those with full horn detail on the bison and crisp hair detail on the Native American's braid and feather, in addition to the regular business strikes. 1936 also saw the production of proof coins, the first Buffalo nickel proofs since 1916, which were struck at the Philadelphia Mint in brilliant finishes with a mintage of just 4,420 pieces. These proofs are among the most desirable Buffalo nickels, often selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on preservation and toning. Another intriguing aspect for collectors is the presence of varieties and errors in the 1936 issue, such as double dyes, repunched mint marks, and the popular 3.5-leg bison error seen on some Denver mint coins, caused by excessive dye polishing that removed part of the front leg. The coin's artistry is rooted in Fraser's own upbringing in the Dakota Territory during the late 19th century, where he had first-hand encounters with Native Americans and bison experiences that inspired his desire to preserve these cultural and natural icons in metal. As the Buffalo nickel series approached its final years, ending in 1938, the 1936 issue stands out for its high-production proof coin reintroduction and strong representation of the design before the Jefferson nickel replaced it. While low-grade circulated examples of the 1936 Buffalo nickel may only be worth a small premium over face value coins, in extremely fine to mint state condition, especially those with the Denver or San Francisco mint marks, command significantly higher values and proof strikes are considered key treasures in any advanced collection. Beyond its monetary worth, the 1936 Buffalo nickel is a miniature work of art that captures a fading chapter of American history, the frontier era, the proud native peoples, and the great herds of bison that once roamed the plains, all brought together in a design that remains one of the most admired in numismatic history. Nearly 9 decades later, it continues to fascinate collectors, historians, and casual admirers alike, serving as both a tangible link to the 1930s and an enduring testament to the skill and vision of James Earl Fraser. Top 3, the 1935-cent coin of the United States, better known to collectors as the 1930 Buffalo nickel, stands as one of the iconic pieces of early 20th century American coinage, representing both a rich artistic heritage and a significant period in U.S. history. Designed by the renowned sculptor James Earl Fraser, the Buffalo nickel was first issued in 1913 and remained in production until 1938. The 1930 issue is part of the later years of the series and carries both historical and numismatic interest due to its mintage figures, design artistry, and the economic context of its release. The obverse front of the 1930 nickel features a striking and lifelike portrait of a Native American chief, which Fraser based on a composite of features taken from several prominent Native American leaders, including Iron Tail of the Lakota Sioux, Two Moons of the Cheyenne, and possibly Chief John Big Tree of the Seneca. The facial details are bold and deeply engraved with the word Liberty inscribed along the upper right rim and the date, 1930, positioned on the lower left of the profile near The truncation of the neck. The reverse, back, of the coin showcases the powerful and majestic image of an American bison, often mistakenly referred to as a buffalo standing on a mound. The animal is generally believed to have been modeled after Black Diamond, a bison from the Central Park Zoo in New York. Above the bison's back is the legend, United States of America, directly beneath which appears the national motto, E pluribus unum. Below the mound the denomination is written as 5 cents. The 1930 Buffalo nickel was struck at two U.S. mint facilities, Philadelphia, no mint mark, and San Francisco, with an S mint mark located below the words 5 cents on the reverse. The Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 22,849,000 pieces, while the San Francisco Mint produced only about 5,435,000, making the 1930 S issue scarcer and more sought after by collectors. This coin was minted during the Great Depression, a time when economic hardship affected circulation patterns, coin production, and the public's relationship with money. Many nickels of this period saw heavy use in commerce, leading to significant wear. As a result, fully detailed specimens with sharp strikes, particularly on the bison's horn and tail, are much harder to find today. Collectors prize well-preserved examples, especially those graded mint state, MS, by professional grading services, with values varying widely based on condition. A well-worn 1930 Philadelphia nickel may be worth just a few dollars, but an uncirculated example can fetch significantly more, while a 1930 S in high grade commands premium prices, sometimes reaching into the hundreds or even thousands for top-quality specimens. The alloy of the coin consists of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters and a weight of 5 grams, all standard specifications for the series. The Buffalo Nickel series is celebrated for its rugged beauty and its departure from the more neoclassical designs of earlier U.S. coinage. Fraser's work aimed to create a truly American coin that honored both the indigenous peoples of the continent and the wildlife that had become symbolic of the West. Over the decades, the design has remained a favorite among collectors, inspiring modern commemoratives and even a revival on the American Buffalo gold bullion coin. For the 1930 issue specifically, strike quality varied, with San Francisco Mint coins sometimes displaying weaker details due to worn dies, making sharply struck examples especially desirable. Many examples today also exhibit die clashes, die cracks, and other minting anomalies that are of particular interest to variety specialists. Numismatically, the 1930 Buffalo nickel is not considered a major rarity in lower circulated grades, but holds significant value as part of completing a full date and mint mark set. Historically, it sits in a fascinating period. The U.S. Mint was producing fewer coins overall due to economic slowdown, and the public was holding on to money longer because of the Depression's uncertainties. Additionally, the coin's rustic imagery resonated strongly with Americans of the time, evoking a nostalgic sense of the Old West during an era of profound economic and social change. Today, the coin is not just a small piece of metal, but a tangible artifact of 1930 America, a bridge between artistry and function, between the memory of a frontier that was fading into history and the stark realities of the modern industrial age. Whether found in a dusty jar of old change, purchased from a coin dealer, or handed down as a family keepsake, the 1935-cent Buffalo nickel continues to capture imaginations, its worn surfaces bearing silent witness to nearly a century of circulation, collection, and admiration. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.